Salam alaikum. And you have finished with the books of prime entry, you have finished with the ledger. The following step would be developing trial balance. Trial balance is list of accounts and their balances on a specific date. These are the accounts from the general ledger. Trial balance must be drawn up at regular intervals to ensure that the business books balance and to prepare the financial statements. When we do the trial balance, its debit side should equal its credit side, and since it's a list of all balances, this means that all ledger accounts are balanced. This is the indicator for us, but you will see that there might be some mistakes hidden, although the trial balance is balanced. Example of the trial balance is here. We put the ledger account with the debit and credit balances. Capital is a credit balance, of course. Cash and bank are debit balance, they are assets. General expenses are debit by nature. Equipment is debit as an asset. Purchases is debit. Sales is credit. And sales returns is the opposite of sales, that is debit. If there was a purchase returns, it would be credit. This is the opposite of purchases. Total is 26,600, 26,600. This is a sample. It might not include all the ledger accounts, but this is just an example. Accounts with debit balances in the trial balance. Purchases, sales returns, that's opposite to sales, expenses, non-current assets, inventory, trade receivables that are part of the sales ledger, other receivables that are not part of the sales ledger, and bank and cash plus drawings that might come by the owner. Accounts with credit balance, sales, purchase returns, that's opposite of the purchase, income received, trade payables, that's part of the purchase ledger, other payables, that's not part of the purchase ledger. Bank overdraft if account is overdue, because overdraft is a facility provided by the bank, but it's not shown as a credit balance unless the business is taking money as overdraw. Loans and capital. Sources of errors. There will be several errors in the trial balance and we list them now. There will be two types of errors. One in the ledger accounts itself and one in the preparation of the trial balance. In the ledger, accounts not balanced off. So there's a mistake in balancing of accounts. Or error in adding up entries in an account. Or single entry for a transaction with no corresponding entry. We said that we have double entry booking system. So we have debit and credit sides for each entry. One entry might be entered to one account and the other side was not posted to the ledger account, which means that total balances will not balance. In the trial balance, you might find incorrectly adding up the total balances, that's why it's not balanced. Or debit entered that doesn't match the credit in an account. Or credit entered that doesn't match the debit in the account. Transaction has been entered to the wrong side in the ledger. Maybe transaction has been entered to the wrong side. In the trial balance, account balance entered in the wrong side. When you are summarizing and taking the ledger balances, you put the balance in the wrong side. Or account balances is omitted. Some account balances was not entered. However, even with all the checks on the previous errors and we make sure that everything is correct and the trial balance is balancing, this doesn't mean that the information in the trial balance is accurate, because there are several errors that might not affect the trial balance, but still they have to be corrected to make sure that your financial statements is correct. First one is error of omission. Failure to record double entry will not affect the balance, but they should be recorded. Any double entry that was missed, that was not posted to the ledger, and accordingly is not included in the trial balance, has to be recorded. But however, this will not affect the balance of the trial balance. Error of commissions. This is interesting because error of commissions is happening within the same ledger. So it is one side of the ledger going to the wrong name of the account. For example, if you said in the sales ledger you have customer A, customer B, and customer C, and you have a debit entry on customer C and you put it in customer A, so it's still within the sales ledger, the total will be the same, but still it's wrong. So this thing has to be correct. This is called commission, error of commission. Then error of principal. Error of principal if you post to the wrong account within assets, liabilities, expenses, or income. So if you paid rent and then you post it to electricity or vice versa, this is wrong, but it will not affect the trial balance. Compensating errors. It involves at least 2 errors or more. Did a mistake in the sales and mistake in the purchase in the same amount, it won't affect anything, but still, the total sales will be wrong and total purchases is wrong. Error of original entry. If an entry is done by mistake incorrectly. For example, purchases of $6,000 was recorded as $5,400. We have seen an example of this when we were talking about the bank reconciliation. Error of complete reversal. The entry was posted on the opposite. So the debit was posted as credit and the credit was posted as debit. This will not affect the balances, but it's really affecting the accuracy of the financial unit. And with this, we have finished the trial balance. Thank you.